everyone! Today, I'm going to show you how to play a chess. According to Oxford Languages, chess is a board game of strategic skill for two players played on a checkered board. Each player begins the game with 16 pieces that are moved and used to capture opposing pieces according to precise rules. The object is to put the opponent's king under a direct attack from which escape is impossible. To start, we need to understand the fundamental tools we need to play chess, the chessboard. The chessboard consists of 64 squares over 8 horizontal ranks and 8 vertical files. Horizontal ranks are numbered 1 to 8, while the vertical files are labeled with the letters A to H. A number and a letter is a match to each of the 64 squares on the chessboard. But on this empty chessboard, there's still something missing: the chess pieces. At the beginning of the game, each player has 16 chess pieces. One side is white and the other is black. This includes pawns, knights, bishops, rooks, queens, and kings. In total, each side has 8 pawns, 2 rooks, 2 knights, 2 bishops, and a single queen and king. The pawns are situated on a second rank in front of other chess pieces. The rooks sit in the corners, next to them the knights, then the bishops. The queen sits on a square of her own color, and the king stands next to her. Now, you all know about chess pieces. Let's move to the next part. How do all these chess pieces move? Because once you touch a piece, you must move it. Let's start with the pawn. On its first move, the pawn can advance 2 squares at a time. Succeeding moves will be 1 square at a time. Pawns can never move backward nor sidewards, and it captures diagonally. Rook. The rook may move to any square as far as it wants, but only forward, backward, and to the sides. The rooks are particularly powerful pieces when they are protecting each other and working together. Knight is the only chess piece which can jump over other pieces. The knight moves in an L shape from any square on the board. Bishop. Bishop dominates the diagonals. It can move as many squares as it desired on the diagonal, but only stays on one color square the whole chess game. Bishop work well together because they cover up each other's weaknesses. Queen. Queen is the most powerful piece. It can move horizontally, vertically, and diagonally as many squares as it desires. The king is the most important piece. However, it is also considered as one of the weakest. The king only moves 1 square in any direction: up, down, side, diagonally. The king may never move himself into check where he could be captured. White always moves first. After the initial move, the players alternately move 1 piece at a time. Now, let's go to the special move. Once in every game, each king is allowed to make a special move, known as castling. Castling consists of moving the king 2 squares along the first rank toward the rook, and then placing the rook on the last square the king has just crossed. Castling is permissible only if all of the following conditions hold. Neither of the pieces involved in castling may have been previously moved during the game. There must be no pieces between the king and the rook. The king may not be in check, nor may the king pass through the squares that are under attack by enemy pieces, nor move to a square where it is checked. En passant. When a pawn advances 2 squares from its starting position, and there is an opponent's pawn on an adjacent file next to its destination square, then the opponent's pawn can capture it en passant and move to the square the pawn passed over. Promotion. When a pawn advances to the 8th rank as a part of the move, it is promoted and must be exchanged for the player's choice of queen, rook, bishop, or knight at the same color. Usually, the pawn is chosen to be promoted to a queen, but in some cases, another piece is chosen. This is called under promotion. The goal of every game is to checkmate the opponent's king. When a king is under immediate attack by one or two of the opponent's pieces, it is said to be checked. That's all. Thank you for watching. God bless us.